Right, yeah, a fair bit has happened in the last couple of days. Some interesting rumours about Carlos Corberan linked with Southampton and Wolves. Now, Wolves is most likely not going to happen. They're talking to some Portuguese chap right now. But Southampton is very interesting now. What is my personal opinion on this? Will this happen? Probably not. I think he's pretty settled at the Albion. I mean, I know a lot of people questioned at the last game the fact that he didn't clap the fans off, which, don't get me wrong, did wrap me off a bit. Like, fair play, you've done a good job, but, I wasted my Sunday to go down to Watford, and they were a lot better than us, to be fair. Don't get me wrong. There were some dodgy decisions, but on the grand scheme of things, I think that we were outplayed. So that wraps me off a bit. But yeah, I don't get why he'd move. He seems pretty settled. I mean, this season is a chance to, I guess, settle the ship. That whole nightmare is over. We've got decent owners. And then next season, he'll have some money to invest, which would be great. And he could create the team that he wants to create, if you get what I mean. So it would be very strange for him to jump ship at Southampton. Don't get me wrong. Southampton is a great football club, as much as it kills me to say that, how they treat us in the playoffs. They're a great club. They're historically, they're a decent club. And yes, they've got a fair bit of dough. But look how they started this season. I don't think there's any chance that they're going to stay up at all. They've been woeful when I've watched them. It's schoolboy stuff. And yes, Corberan's got a different style, but it's like going into an F1 race with a Fiat Punto, the Premier League of Southampton at the moment. Yes, they have got some okay players, some very good Championship players, but for the Prem, no. And that's why it does make me question, would Carlos really consider doing this for a bit of money? No, I don't think he would whatsoever. Now, I know, personally, if he did leave, do I think it would be the end of the world? No. Would I be unhappy about it? Certainly. I'd be gutted. I love Corberan. He's took this club from the parapets of the Championship up to a stable position, even having a great season last year where we were pretty consistent, to be fair, especially at home, got a playoff place. But I don't think it would be the end of the world losing him. Don't think it'd be a good thing, but not the end of the world. A lot of people are looking at our recent form and putting question marks, a lot of draws, and, we've not really been getting many wins, have we? Only 2 wins in the last, 12, 13 games, which on paper don't look good. But these are games that we're not losing. And we've been quite unlucky as well. So I think all that negativity needs to be, thrown out the window. The guy's done really well. And at the end of the day, he's only playing with what he has at his disposal. Especially with players coming in on the bench, he hasn't really got a lot to bring on, to be fair. When you've got a starting lineup with Grant, Madger, Johnston, Fellows, those 4 class players, and you've got to look at the midfield with Mowat and Malumbi, they've been exceptional as well. He hasn't got the players of the same calibre to push forward, really. A lot of players that are coming off the bench seem to be past the sell-by date or just too young and inexperienced to really play in this league. So I think all that negativity is a load of rubbish. I think what I'd say is trust the process with Corberan. I know I'm taking this video in a completely different direction, but there has been a lot of negativity about him. And that may impact his decision on what he chooses to do. Because I'm sure Southampton will pay him a lot more than we will. They're a big money club, and they've been yo-yoing, so they've got loads with the parachute payments and stuff. So, yeah, that's my opinion on the speculation about Corberan, and a little bit of insight about my feelings on, the reaction. Like, don't get me wrong, we've been frustrating, but I think any negativity towards Corberan, like piling it all on him, is a bit harsh. Yes, he should be criticised, but calling for the man out and saying all of this, it's nonsense, really. But yeah, that's how I stand on Albion's managerial situations. Like I said, don't want him to go. Wouldn't be the end of the world necessarily. It'd be very hard to replace him. But yeah, that's where I stand. If he chooses to go Southampton for the big bucks, then wish him all the best, because he's been great for us. But can't see it happening at all. I think it's a load of paper talk. But anyways, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We appreciate all the support. The prediction video will be early this week. And yeah, I'm not sure who's doing the Bristol City vlog. Probably one of us. Thank you all for watching. Up the Albion. Go on, you baggies. And yeah, in the sunshine. Yeah. Bosh.